make all these enemies?
No, it's who he is. The man has, and I've made this point since 2007. Obama, to me, is somebody who his whole life has been sheltered, shielded, never told no. In school, his C's were turned into A's. He's always been special. He's led a charmed life in this regard. He is also an Alinskyite totalitarian. The point is, he gets his way. He has always gotten his way his whole life. He ran a campaign as a messiah. People were simply going to kneel down. He believes this. He is a genuine narcissist. The opposition is probably, of this nature, is the first he's encountered. And he looks at it as insolence. He looks at it as disrespect, personal. He looks at it as, how dare they? And in that regard, he's lashing back, and the hell with you. You can't treat me this way. You can't do this to my bill. You can't. Who do you think you are? And I think there's panic because the mysticism of 2008's gone, and it's been replaced with a record here that's embarrassing. It's a record of utter failure, and he can't run on it. And so he's got to have enemies. Liberals have to have demons, Tyler. They have to have enemies, and his enemy will float. One month it's me. The next month it's Supreme Court. The next month it's George Zimmerman. Now it's going to be Augusta National for a while. They're going to, every day there's a new enemy or two to take the focus off his failures. Now, I think their polling data is bad. I think it is horrible. I think they're in huge trouble, and they know it. And they've got people in the White House, Tyler, who've never lived in the real world a day in their lives. They're academicians, they're theoreticians, they're professors. I think that this is a circumstance, situation Obama's never found himself in before. Not being idolized, not being treated almost with idolatry by everybody. Listen to Karl. Karl Rove was on Greta Van Susteren last night, and she had a question. Does the president seem concerned about the election, or does he seem confident, Karl? What is your... Now, remember who Rove is. Rove is, well, you may not know, Rove is a presidential expert, historian. He can dazzle you for hours with stories of presidents, details about men you would never heard before, and he wouldn't stutter or pause once. It's amazing. He's also a brilliant election tactician. He's among the best people that do what he does. And if anybody can accurately portray what's going on in the White House with Obama, it would be Karl Rove. Let's listen to what he said.
He's nervous, and he has every reason to be nervous, from his fundraising, which is underperforming dramatically, to the polls. Look, he's the incumbent president of the United States, and look at these polls. He's at 47, 48, 49, 46. His generic ballot is 45 Obama, 44 generic Republican. That is not a good place for the president to be, and he knows it. That's why he's spending so much time on the campaign trail, despite the fact that's the wrong answer for the problem he changes. If you want to be strong as president, be a strong president.
He can't. He doesn't have a foundation of strength to stand on. His record he can't stand on. Plus, it's not who he is. He's a liberal. He needs enemies. He'll manufacture them if they don't exist. And he'll lash out at the court, and he'll lash out at Congress, and he'll lash out at George Bush. He'll lash out at predecessors left and right. This is just who he is. But Rove's right. These numbers are not good. And don't forget the New York Times most recent approval poll had him at 41. That's not good. More.